From the day we enter the public education system, we're taught that the amount of success we can expect upon its completion is directly proportional to the amount of work we put into it. This is true in some disciplines more than others, as some avenues of higher education are designed to prepare students specifically for the career that they hope to someday be employed in. In the arts, however, many individuals must produce work independently in order for their artistic integrity to remain intact. As an aspiring filmmaker, my work and living are enabled by my employment as a technician at a local lawn care company. It seems as though regardless of how hard we worked in school, there are very limited and uncertain methods to really make a living by simply creating art. There are opportunities for independent artists to work. As a volunteer, I do videography for the Ottawa-based arts and culture website Couches App. However, as much as I love doing it, it doesn't put a roof over my head or bread on the table. It's simply for pure enjoyment. So how does an independent artist go about attaining the dream of turning something that they love doing into a career? It's the eternal struggle all artists face at some point or another. Stephen Coster has completed a 4-year degree in English and is an aspiring writer. Although his days are filled with little other than creating and submitting his work with no time for a typical 9-to-5 grind, he believes this to be a superior alternative to working a job with little relevance to his desired field of employment.
It is more difficult without steady support of money. You start to miss food, but in terms of devoting yourself to the writing, to the craft, it's the most advantageous way I can see to do it. And I know from my own experience, I know lots of people are able to, do a full-time job and write on the side, and I think I'll have to learn how to do that eventually, but for the time being, I've found when I'm working, I get very little writing done. And maybe that's just a lack of self-discipline, but I don't think it works for me very well. It's less bitter and less economical. Like when I'm writing, when I have another job, it's all about getting as much down as quickly as possible and sort of doing anything to get a story that works. And so it's a less organic process. And I find good work rarely comes out of it.
I asked him whether he felt that his university degree offered a significant advantage in discovering employment prospects in writing.
It has helped me, but not towards any sort of career or anything. It's only helped me in exposing me to different kinds of writing and ways of exploring that writing. So I think that has helped me to become a better writer, but in terms of actually helping me get published or get a job in publishing or get a job in some kind of freelance journalism or something, it hasn't really helped at all.
This seems to be maintained by Michelle Dugas, who after a number of college programs has returned to school for a college graphic design course. Is a single degree simply not enough if one hopes to be employed in an artistic capacity?
I feel like I could always be more skilled than how I was. I was never completely skilled enough. I wasn't the best at what I could be doing. So I went back to school and I took so many different niches because I wanted to find one that was specific to what I enjoyed. I like being an artist and I want to do that for the rest of my life. It is really hard to find a job, but I think that's why I chose graphic design rather than fine arts or doing anything like that, because people say it's like the sellout version of being an artist, but I think it's a way for you to be creative and hireable, honestly.
It seems that while most artists are aware that they must continue to persevere, expending their own time and resources to do so while their peers in other disciplines make a living, it is a sacrifice that is happily made by most, since it is their art that contributes greatly to the vitality of their lives.